no time to plant. Completely gone wrong.
You end up seeing there Golden desperately trying to get that bomb down. Ends up jumping, trying to jump over JW. But as soon as that shot gets missed and JW goes down, Golden's dead. See, right there. You just know Golden is going to die. They needed to get that bomb down so desperately.
But Charlie, we see Heap towards ramp. I think in that scenario with such little time, you've just got to progress on out. You've got to try and take that attention away from the bomb planter. But it was just such little time, limited utility. Eyeballers, I like the idea for the late round call towards B. It seemed perfect. You look at the minimap, all the CTs were kind of primed and ready for that A hit. We see Flusher deep towards Red Room. He's, not only finding kills, but he's delaying for these rotations. Yet Eyeballers is still pretty slow to get on out.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult there.
I think it also makes you wonder. You understand why he wants to be posted up on the angle, but with such limited time, it needs to be pushed further up. He needs to allow the bomb to get out of cave. It is going to be another investment here, though, for the Eyeballers. Potentially their final one.
Take the lead themselves, and after such a brilliant start from the Swedish roster, it feels like having all their hard work crumble around them would be a pretty devastating way. Dennis, interestingly enough, hasn't really had too much to do. I mean, Trunic, 0-5.
Yeah, as we said, it's been a bit of a tough start from Trunic. In the rounds that Team Space have won, though, it's got to be said, they've been fairly dominant. They've kept plenty of players alive, and that's why we see, the finances on a player like Trunic, 8k, Danis on 5, Vert just below 4, but that's a great opener. I wonder if we're going to see Pepzor attempt to retrieve the AWP and give it a go. Flusher is in a deep position, but the steps have been hurt. Vert has given away his position, but will still find the kill. And we're looking at a 5-on-2.
Yeah, I'm absolutely loving how we're seeing Team Space play these last few rounds. So obviously just having the early 3B, giving up mid control entirely, allowing that pretty much up to Eyeballers to take, and just playing very passively towards Donut, and you've got your A player having a look towards House every now and again.
Charlie, look how good the money of Team Space is. Eyeballers, they are now going to struggle to get back into things. It should just be a half by maybe some Tech 9s, maybe a fast push towards A. I feel like Eyeballers could find success on that A bomb site, especially with how heavily Team Space have been trying to gamble towards B, take control of middle. And I think that's what we are going to be seeing. Danis currently posted up, and it's a perfect time to do so. Fires off the AWP shot, will send off a flash. Heap surely to fall next, and the fact he's got a teammate by his side is key. We could see the AWP attempted to be retrieved with the rotating CTs from Donut. Certainly not easy. And Team Space, they deal with that aggression quite nicely.
Yeah, although Danis isn't exactly playing out of his mind, his position has been excellent.
Yeah, definitely.
So aware of where I should be. The amount of times you've seen him kill the JW on the boost, just basically probably saying to his team, I think they're going to boost again, I'm going towards B. Does it a number of times. Great call to go A in that one. Spots out the early control. Misses a good few shots, to be fair, but hits the first and gets the info very early for the rest of his team.
But I think as well, when you look at it, you're taking down JW in the weaponry investments when he's got the AWP. JW is a heavy hitter. He can be such a strong player for the Eyeballers, and if you can find that pick 9 times out of 10, certainly not going to be complaining with a couple missed AWP shots here and there. As though they're going to be trying to creep close here out towards middle, but JW pushes through the Molotov. They will need to deal with Trunic as he is in the cubby, but JW is very much aware. Double molly, in fact. I like the swing from Danis. Nade chips away even further at Trunic. Nice kill from Heap down towards B. Flashbang comes over. X5G needs to survive here towards ramp, but he's going to be pushing. Timing is excellent, and he doubles down. Now it's Pepsor. 1 versus 2. An incredible round there, though, from X5.
Yeah, the repositioning from him as well is so key. It's going to be very difficult for Pepsor now to read this.
So many unknowns.
Danis is still a little bit out of this round. Pepsil's going to go all the way around. What's against it, actually? The longer he takes, the quicker Danis is going to be in the back lines.
You can see, though, X5G is kind of switching between the two angles, so worried. Timing works well for him, though. Great triple in this one. We've seen plenty of multi-kills here.
Yeah, and he's been the real big round player for Team Space a lot of the time. 12 kills, top of the leaderboard by a decent chunk.
Charlie, it was a 5-0 start, I believe, for the Eyeballers.
Yeah.
Look look at what it's become. The fact that Team Space can win the half is incredible. We mentioned that it's the Eyeballers CT side that genuinely is a lot better. I think, with a difference of 15% round win percentage is pretty impressive. I think the fact that they found 5 is enough. Great read from Flusher. Here's the nade. Prepped for Danis, and JW has the chance to find a pick, and Eyeballers should level things up 6-6 now, though, as Trunic and Foles are all that remain. Oh, the T's are very split, though.
Yeah, Golden is alone here towards the red room, and we're starting to see the CTs crunch on them a bit. Golden finds the first with the AWP, spots out the second, and we'll find 2 kills in this round. And the Eyeballers, like you said, do level things up.
I think it's a good half. I think the fact that Team Space can battle back, it shows confidence. It shows kind of what their ability is in the server. And I think quite similarly for the Eyeballers, the strong start that they had. I think I've been impressed by both teams. I've been really impressed by kind of the read from either Danis or the in-game leader deciding of where the AWP should be placed. Because the fact they were able to deal with JW pretty consistently on that CT side was, a big thing for them to work towards. I think if that's your main goal, just try and keep JW muzzled. That's all you really need.
Yeah, I mean, it worked out here. Something that really helped them come back into this a good bit, to be fair.
I think when you look at things as well, Golden was 8-2, ends the half 10-7. Still positive, still the top of the Eyeballers camp, but clear to see the Team Space rounds were won pretty confidently, and you can see that in the difference between the team's kills.
Yeah, a little bit of a technical pause here. But, I mean, it's one of those interesting situations to be in if you are Eyeballers, because you had a really good start to your map pick. I mean, a 5-0 start, it's not bad at all, but when you do consider it in the grand scheme of things and you think, oh, it feels like they could have done a lot better there. Feels like they could have got so much more. It still feels like a solid half. But it's just when you take it fully into the consideration that the map this year, at least, just isn't as CT-sided as it used to be. They could have very easily got a lot more than they did.
Charlie, something I have to point out for both of these teams is Ancient. Obviously, it's not too bad of a win percentage at all for either side. You look at it for Eyeballers, they've got a 53.3. You look at it for Team Space, they've got a 50%. But in these games, the fine margins are ridiculous. So their most recent wins on it for Eyeballers is a 16-13. It's a 13-11. It's a 22-20. The majority of their victories have gone the distance, have kind of come down to the round 24s or overtime, which is clear to show that, yes, they're pretty convincing. Yes, they can find the wins, but it's just really, really close. It does seem as though, Charlie, we have just been told that this technical issue might take some time. So I think what we will do is jump to a short little break. Hello. Looks like we're back into the action. You guys got to see my lovely face in the break.
Flashbang of you.
Oh, well, yeah, you don't want to be seeing me all too often. Just a flash and that's all that you need.
Yeah, one flash and that's enough for a lifetime. But either way, Fred, second half here. Level up scoreline, neck and neck between these two teams. And this was off of Eyeballers having a 5-0 lead.
Yeah, it was an incredible start, but look, Team Space just goes to show that they can kind of, I don't want to say reinvent themselves on that CT side, but it looked very lackluster initially, but pistol round currently favoured towards the Eyeballers as they do get the opener. Oh, but Trunic battles back, takes down Flusher. That is the kit found. JW falling as well. And Trunic hungry for plenty here. Oh,
okay.
Trunic! What is going on?
Yeah, won't have a chance to take the ace as Vert is the one to find the final player, but brilliant round there from Trunic. Had a little bit of a quiet first half, to be honest, but yeah, much better performance there. Really great way to kick off the pistol round for Team Space, and they now take the lead.
Yeah, I think as well, with Team Space having, you know, a really slow start, I think they needed to take this pistol. I think they needed to kind of re-establish some form of dominance.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned about how Eyeballers, their CT side's very strong. They look very sharp on it. It's a map that they feel very comfortable playing. But Team Space winning this pistol, they can start to mount a few more rounds, take a little bit more of a lead, and then anything can happen.
Plenty of SMGs have been invested here for Team Space. We will see the AK of Trunic. Oh,
wow.
He does it again. What? What has happened to Trunic? Looks like a completely different player.
And all five are alive. Couple of kills from that Mac 10. So Danist so close to being able to bring out the orb. But, I mean, this is going to be a full-on bonus round. We've got a UMP, we've got a Galil, a Mac 10, two Mac 10s, just that singular AK. Danist is dropping that Mac. See, I actually would rather them just stick with these SMGs. You've already got a couple of SMGs and the Galil. I kind of would play as a full-on bonus, but yeah, just look not to.
Could have been a fast rush towards B. That's where the SMGs can really thrive. I think in this moment, I think when you go for the upgrade, I think the best thing is you just fully upgrade. Because there's still two weak weapons. You know, having a third's not a major problem, but
that's the thing. They would have been able to buy next round even if they lost. That would have been able to bring out an orb. But instead, yeah, they opt to that. Even if we do see Team Space lose now, we're going to have Danist on a weaker weapon.
Yeah, I don't really understand the reasoning as to why. I think a fast push towards B would have been brilliant, especially with the kind of, I don't want to say limited utility, but there was definitely going to be limitations. We saw, you know, the only player take the hit being Flusher. Speaking of Flusher, there's plenty of players for him to face, and oh, he's just sitting in the smoke. Oh, Flusher, I love it. We'll find one. Can't secure the second, but deals so much damage to Trunic. Yeah, as much as you can do, and Pepsor secures a double. Trunic falling on 1 HP. Vert found as well, and now it's all on Danist. Look, you've gone for the hero upgrade. Please show me why you've done it.
Yeah, ended up actually swapping that AK over to one of his teammates as well. So, a lot of interesting decisions have been made, but the BB bomb site has been left completely undefended. So, we can actually see Danist make his way towards this side of the map. Timing on JW could actually be quite good here, but JW is aware of this possibility. Oh, wow. This could be disastrous for the Swede, but no, JW will secure the kill and secure Eyeballers their 7th.
And now, Charlie, this is where we really are going to be criticising the decision for the upgrade. It was all hypothetical before. It was all kind of if, buts and maybes, but this is where we're looking at Team Space. You had 3 SMGs. Why aren't we just rushing B, trying to get the bomb down, trying to upgrade our weapons off the back of kills? It would have been, you know, fairly simple. You've gone into the round, you've invested in 3 SMGs. What was the point of it if you were just going to upgrade?
Yeah, it is quite interesting, but I mean, here we are. Aggressive push from JW has been spotted. Allowed to drop this Molotov, has not backed away yet. Are the T's going to be aware of this? Doesn't matter how aware they are. Haven't been able to find anything. Shadow has been spotted. Flash dropped. Swing comes through. JW all alone. This A aggression did have support there, but oh no, Trunic could unravel this one.
They know that Pepsol's crept close as well. Pepsol's just going to have a 1 versus 1. It will be the bomb to find. Pepsol's got a lot of utility. Now Flusher playing close to the smoke, aware that Trunic could be coming through. No! Flusher will find Trunic.
Now we see Vert make his way back towards the B-bomb site. Fozil is taking space here, but Shelf could be disastrous. And with this Mac 10 in play, this feels like a difficult gauntlet to cross, and does so reasonably unscathed.
Yeah, quite comfortable there. Bomb can go down, deep position of Fozil. Oh, the bomb could actually get taken down before planting, but no, Heap not quick enough. Now, 1 versus 4 for Fozil. At least the bomb on his side, but will fall pretty quickly. Nice round there from Heap to secure a double. Impressive stuff from JW as well, it has to be said.
Yeah, completely leveled up game here. Space will have to take a weaker buy.
At least with the bomb plant, they can opt for a full eco. But Eyeball has now leveled things up, 8-8.
Ooh, this is a hefty investment from Danis. Okay, has sold the armor. I think he's realised that, yeah, this is too much. Because once again, would have had to be on a weaker weapon.
Still a fair bit invested. We've got, what, 3 Deagles, a P250. Was that a set of Julies?
It is just a Glock. I might be wrong.
For Vert, I believe.
Oh, for Vert. Yeah, they're Julies. That's gotta be Julies.
No,
P250. Damn, I thought I had it there.
So much confidence, I believed you.
I believe myself. I see. I thought it was the P250. In certain lighting, I could fully believe that's an R8 revolver.
Yeah, the HUD a little bit difficult.
Deceiving.
Well, maybe we need to get our eyes there.
Oh, I do. I think I definitely do. But I wouldn't mind seeing an R8 in pro play, but I just don't think anyone's bold enough to use it.
It's a brilliant weapon.
Is it?
Yeah. It's a very different gun to any other.
I just think no pro player is ever going to get a weapon that your shots are delayed. And we know how quick everyone is with Deagles, with these AKs. I think you'll be having the R8 and you'll be lucky to get to throw a shot around. Very slow play here from Team Space.
They want to drain as much util. I think it's the right decision.
Cool's good here towards A. These players can creep out, but they need support from the players towards mid as soon as possible. Fozil does find Pepsor. Everyone is actually very split here on the T side, but finally starting to come together and group here. Oh, Trunic this time. The Deagle does connect. Players are rotated in. Heap with this AK finds the first. Trunic gets his second of the round. JW with the USP running does find one. And it's all on Golden. They know exactly where he is. The bomb has to go down. There is time.
I don't know. No, just in time. Yeah, Golden was waiting for it in the hopes that there wasn't any. Both players low, but Trunic successful.
What a round again from Trunic. 3 kills.
Did JW drop his AWP just so they couldn't get it?
I think he dropped it trying to retrieve an AK, but realised the AK's a bit further away than he thought.
Yeah, that's a poor round for the Eyeballers, it has to be said. It's great openers towards middle with the Deags, but we need to see a much better performance than that. The fact that the T's can just creep out middle pretty comfortably with limited utility, none at all, I don't believe, actually. Yeah, I think the lack of control from the Eyeballers majorly costing them.
Team Space back in the lead. And we do finally have the AWP on Danist.
Trunic stepped up massively on this D side.
He had 0 kills for a long old time.
I think he went into the T side with 5 kills.
Yeah, he did. Went into the T side with 5 kills. Brilliant call from Golden to push through the smoke. Goes for a couple more spams. The jump has been hurt, but he's able to back away, but he advances. Heaps. Oh, Heaps pistols forced him to be trapped here, but no one here actually to get this trade at all.
Oh, aggression towards Red Room. X5G's trapped and Flusher can swing. Flusher will find as well. It's all on Danis. 1 versus 4. Luckily does have his favoured weapon. But still a very difficult round.
Yeah, barely has moved this whole entire round. He's sitting here just outside B main, holding the ramp.
Don't think anyone's going to be peeking into him. I'll say that Pepsor does look as though he wants to creep closer.
Tommy couldn't really be worse for Danis.
Just whether Eyeballers opt to hunt. The CT economy can be so tough, but now Pepsor's fallen. You can see on the minimap, Charlie, Eyeballers getting much closer here.
JW's going to get posted up with the AWP, and if Danis doesn't have good timing, JW could very easily go down. Timing doesn't. He seemed very good for Danis, so looks like all the AWPs will be able to be saved into this next round.
Yeah, Danis can in fact drop over an AK to the likes of Trunic. They are going to have to invest as the loss bonus has been reset.
Yeah, the buy will be okay. Tactical balls here from Eyeballers, but I'm sure Team Space don't mind having this extra time to discuss exactly what the plan is.
Oh, definitely. I think they've got to take some liberties here.
We just need to see a bit more from them. It feels like they are letting Eyeballers completely dictate the pace of the game. And I understand with Ancient, especially towards the B side of the map, a lot of the time that is going to have to be what happens. You do sometimes have to just give up a lot of space for this utility. But yeah, we're not really seeing anything at all creative. I mean, look, this round that we saw here, the Deagle round, it was only won because of some excellent shots hit. It wasn't anything special that the T's did. We're going to need to see something, even if it's a bit of a fast pop, because Danis has had 0 impact. It feels like this half. Very little, done very little with the AWP. While his team is fighting, he's just holding an angle. And when people want peeking into him, you question, what's the point?
Well, he's going to be getting a little bit more aggressive here as he's looking to take that fight, take the peak. But with the flashes coming over, the techs are going to have to go huge. But in fact, Trunic with that AK in hand.
Well, there's still 2 more towards mid. This could catch him off. JW gets deleted by Verse AK.
Yeah, incredible.
And this is much better from space.
Yeah, much quicker approach. They get those 2 kills towards B. They know that the B bomb site is going to be poorly defended. Trunic with a nice one tap there. And Fossil to find the final. So look, 5 survivors there, Team Space. It's clear that they optimize their opponent's tactical pause perfectly.
Ooh, that's awkward there. X5G had a Tech 9 and only thing he's able to retrieve is that AWP from JW. So we're actually seeing the double AWP on the T side right now.
I don't mind it. It's not the end of the world. I think they are going to be playing very passively here. Maybe just have an AWP look to creep towards A, one posted up towards B, and just hope that Eyeballers get aggressive. And with the finances, I think we will see aggression from the Eyeballers because...
But we're going to see a force. It's going to be a buy from Eyeballers. With 2 AWPs, if one gets overwhelmed, this is a big, valuable weapon to give away, and... it's always scary. It's always scary when things like this happen. There's a good chance there's no issues. One player goes down, we just see one of the AWPs swap over for that AK or something. But it is always a bit worrying. Sometimes, though, the double AWP can definitely catch out the CTs. Questioning, what on earth are they doing?
Something to mention, though, Charlie, obviously, Team Space, this isn't their map pick. If they win this round, they should find 12, unless if Eyeballers opt for the decision to force until the end. But look at the weaponry. We've got a 5.7, a CZ, a Deagle, MP9, and a FAMAS. Not really the weapons you want to be wielding for the dub. We are, in fact, seeing a bit more of an aggressive B hit here, but with the kills coming through from Fozil, brilliant stuff. This is a kind of a bit of a B stack from the Eyeballers. 4 on site, 1 towards Cave. Team Space are looking to push into it, but...
Yeah, you can see Fozil was itching to go further forward, but I think got that discipline to realise, okay, I've just killed 2 players in this position. This feels a little too convenient. Nice fight from Golden.
Yeah, great big shot there. Golden actually having a look towards A little bit of a sneak peek in middle, yet all the action still on the B-bomb side. Now JW has to go. Hughes are aware of his position from the nade being thrown, and all on Golden. I guess
Just
the double
found a
AWP,
kill.
not too costly. But Space, they're going to find 11 now.
I would absolutely love if Team Space keep this double AWP and opt not to switch it around.
Oh, it seems so silly.
Oh, it'd be ridiculous, but I'd love to see something like this.
Well, if they won the round because of it, if they went for a bit of a fast B with double AWP, and it worked.
I mean, the AWP, yeah, AWPers didn't find a single kill in this one.
It's understandable as to why.
Yeah, you don't want to get too aggressive on a buy that you know is probably not going to be ideal. Golden might be allowed to keep his deagle. Sort of ran across the whole map. And yeah, no one's really hunting any further, so Golden will be allowed to keep this deagle and armor into the next. We do see the double AWP sadly departed.
Yeah, they want the triple AWP, actually.
Or like, Dust 2, we get 4 AWPs out like the old Fnatic.
Yeah.
You know the most heartbreaking thing about that? Is they didn't go for 5 AWPs.
Well, I think now, I love On Dust, and hopefully we will be able to see it, where you go for like a hero AWP or a hero scout on the T side, look for a pick in middle, and then just refund it. I absolutely love it.
I've got something interesting about that. I don't know how many people know. I'm sure there's a few. Obviously, the iconic Fnatic down Dust, 4 players holding mid. Did you know JW is the only one who didn't have an AWP?
Yeah, I'm guessing he just had the best B spot.
You'd imagine it be to do with the sport, but I do always find it interesting that your AWP is the only one who didn't have the AWP in that round. Either way, the quad AWP worked. We saw they got a kill from it, but in this one, it is just going to be double AWP worked on the T side, but for now, Eyeballers, just on this weak investment, we need to see a lot of mistakes made from Space if there's any chance to win this. And with Golden being the first eliminated, that feels like the real chance gone. That was armor on that play. Okay, Vert.
What?
2 bullets, 2 kills. Go, come on, I want to see it again.
5 bullets, 5 kills. He's got the chance, but JW, I don't think he's in a real one-tap position.
Oh, you watch. I felt like I was going to see it. I believed it for a second, but Vert with 3 kills. Yeah, but you notice when you're confident, you hit a couple of taps, and you feel like you're on top of the world, and you're like, I'll go for it again. Obviously, me and you do that. We miss the tap and die.
we fall to Golden's Deagle. That's where we've been.
It's true. We'll fall to Golden's Deagle instantly, but Team Space will find 12 on their opponent's map big. Don't forget, this was a 5-0 start for Eyeballers. This is going to be 12 out of the last 17 rounds. That is completely wrong.
12 out of the last 16.
16 rounds. For some reason, I was working out with the 5. Either way, that's a pretty hefty run we've seen Team Space go on. Eyeballers really struggled to put up the numbers since those initial 5. And they looked really hot. They looked excellent. Their T-side looked so well oiled, really well drilled, but they're really struggling ever since then. And the biggest issue has been they're not really finding these rounds too consistently.
Well, I think as well for Team Space, it just seemed as the individuals just a little slow to start. Ever since, everyone's had their moments. You mentioned Trunic was 0-5.
0-5.
Yeah, had a really tough start. Now 20-10.
I think that's about 0-5 after sort of 7 rounds or so.
Yeah, it didn't really have much to do, much to say. But now if you're looking at it, Eyeball is a bit of a do-or-die scenario. We mentioned the kind of the complications that Dust could bring.
But I mean, the thing is, if Team Space can play like this on Dust with their individuals stepping up this much, you start to think maybe it's not exactly that scary a pick. Obviously, they've already had some a decent amount of games on Dust. They've looked pretty sharp on it, as we've seen. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's not as though they're facing an opponent that are kind of new to Dust. We've seen so many, young teams opting to bring it in. I feel like the most kind of impressive one was that Mal's NXT roster. None of them really playing Dust beforehand, and they've looked incredible bringing it in, especially in the CTT. But Flozil Elevated up, we'll find Heap, and we're looking at a 5-on-3, albeit we've got low HP on X5G. Vert's been chipped away at. Utility fairly limited on the T
Flush
side.
is taking a risk. He's pushing through the smoke. In fact, he is just going to be fading it. Fozil. Oh, he looks so ready for it. Flusher. No idea. Golden does at least grab one back. Pebble needs to get this kill. He doesn't. It's all on Golden, the in-game leader, to try to see what he can do. But Danish Orps rings true, and Team Space will find 13 first. And they manage to do it, win their opponent's map pick, and Dust 2 on the horizon.
Yeah, scary scenario for the Eyeballers. We mentioned that Ancient, it's a strong pick for them, and the fact that Space haven't got that many games on it. But we did say for both teams, it seems as though a lot of their Ancient games come down to the wire. They have those constant 13-11s where it could go either way. And I think when we look at how dominant, Eyeballers started off the series, the fact that it was that 13-9 finish, the fact that the individuals have now stepped up on Team Space, it leads for quite a scary map number 2 and 3, because we talk about maps like Dust, we talk about maps like Mirage being quite individualistic, and the fact that it can just come down to whoever's hitting better shots. And don't get me wrong, we've got a lot of good individuals on the side of Eyeballers, but for Space, they look far better, they look far more consistent, and that's going to be scary. But Charlie, any thoughts and feelings about Ancient before we jump to the break?
Yeah, I mean, Ancient, it looked brilliant for Eyeballers, but I don't know what it was. It felt like something slowed down for them. I think it was a good point you had where it did feel like Space, maybe just a little slow to really get things going, but as soon as they did, they really started to dominate Eyeballers, and they had a couple of moments here or there, but the rest of the game was all Team Space, really, so they do need to look in this short break that we are going to have to turn things around. Otherwise, I do think Space are going to run away with this one.
Yes, of course, but as you mentioned, Charlie, we are going to be jumping to a short break beforehand.
Do you have any unnecessary skins or want to sell them? Try SkinPlace. Visit the website, select the skins you want to use. Easily fill your Steam trade link. Make sure we offer good prices and choose a payment method. Hit the button and boom! Instant cash. Safety. Low commissions. Instant payouts. SkinPlace.
What's a super stream game? It's an extension that provides a valuable and engaging game within the stream you are watching. Join an active community and test your knowledge in a live race against expert chasers by answering trivia, prediction, and recall questions tailored to the content you are watching.
Welcome back, everyone. We are going to be heading to the second map of the series. It is Dust 2. It is selected by Space, and I'm interested to see how this one will go. But Charlie, thoughts on feelings about this second map?
Yeah, I definitely think Team Space have primed themselves now to take this 2-0. We mentioned before that Dust 2 is an interesting pick because Eyeballers, all of the players are going to be aware of how to play the map. It's not like, oh, they started playing when the map wasn't in the map pool, they haven't played officials of it. Obviously, pretty much everyone who plays CS has played Dust, but there's a big difference in terms of playing the map and play it in an official. But Space, they have picked it. They are ready. They're going to be rare and ready to go. It's a map that they're looking very hot on, but Fred, Dust 2 is ready. Map number 2, someone's going to have to take it, and I think Space definitely have the advantage now.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. We mentioned how a map like Dust, a map like Mirage, you know, to the maps we will be seeing if we can see Eyeballers take it. The maps that have, you know, quite heavily reliant on individuals, and it has to be said, Charlie, the individuals on Team Space were looking incredible towards the end there. So I think this is something that is going to be a little bit scary. I think this is something that Eyeballers, obviously they're prepped for. They're clearly prepared to, you know, prepared to play it. But it's all going to come down to whether they can perform on it. And we mentioned they've got a stand-in. They've got Flusher playing. Obviously, Flusher probably one of his better maps was Dust 2 in his heyday. But whether he's going to be so strong on it now is the question. And he's the first to fall here in the pistol.
Yeah, Kit can be retrieved. JW was just playing tucked at the door. Felt like it'd be a great bait, but the T's didn't actually up to push through. See some short control is being taken. Great find there from Pepsor. Will get punished though. JW is hearing all of this noise. Question is, when does he finally choose to strike? Often you see a player lurking towards lower tunnels, so JW may be a bit paranoid he's being held right now. Kinda needs that indication from Golden that, okay, yeah, this hit's coming through.
Pretty quick up short, and they're attempting to find this pick now, and we can see somewhat of a fast flank, but the P250 of Fossil finds Vert as well, eliminating Golden. And yes, we've got a kit on Heat, but doubt it's going to be used as Trunic finds. And that's a great pistol there for Space.
Yeah, it's such an awkward position to be in if you're JW, because you can hear so much noise, but we saw some Space taken earlier. You don't want to rotate then because it's just one player. Then we see all the players go in there, but like I said, you often see someone towards lower tunnels. You often see someone holding that mid door. So JW takes his time until that util finally gets pulled, but by the time he's ready, he has to clear out lower tunnels. He has to make his way up to shore, but he can't run or else he'll just get killed instantly. So he takes his time, and by the time he's finally there, he's ready for it.
Something to mention, Charlie, this is going to be a big half. This is going to be an important half for both sides because it is both teams' favoured siding. Obviously, for the side of Eyeballers, it is all going off one map, and one of which they won fairly dominantly, a 13-7 against Permitter. So I guess we don't have the full understanding of both teams' favoured sides. I feel like the T side's got to be one of which they are going to be preferring. But when you look at Ancient, Eyeballers, in fact, had a stronger showing in recent on that CT side, so maybe just a CT favouring team, but
CCT favouring team.
Yeah, you know, I'm getting a bit muddled here.
But obviously, you got to think of it. Team Space, they played a decent amount of Dust 2 actually, considering it's come out. It's not crazy, man. They played 7 maps of it. They've won 5 and lost 2. their most recent loss was to 9 Pandas about a week ago. That was a 13-5, so it got absolutely decimated. But that was the only loss that they've had that is dominant. The other loss they had was against Mountain XT, really, really close game. The other wins, a lot of them very one-sided in Team Space's favour. They've looked very good on this map, and we've only really seen the cracks in the last best of 3 they played. Pepshaw does find the opening kill, gets brought down very low, but still, that's a kill for Eyeballers and a man advantage position for them to find themselves in now.
Yeah, it's clear that Team Space and Eyeballers quite heavily looking to fight towards long. I think that's something that we see plenty of on Dust. Obviously, we talk about Dust being such an AWP-heavy map, and how usually the CTs, they like to go for the double AWP, and I wonder if we are going to be seeing that for the Eyeballers as well.
They're creeping their way up short here once again. Will be Flusher and JW to defend. Two of the most iconic players to ever play this game.
JW now with work to do. Currently playing a little bit kind of around from Goose. Util is coming over. JW going to be forced out from the Molotov. He's taking so much damage, and Trunic will eliminate. Timing for Danis is perfect. And although the opener does go the way of the Eyeballers, I was going to say the round's going to look a little tough. Both Pepsor and Flusher 12 HP, but they got the man advantage.
Yeah, still 30 seconds left. The bomb getting dropped, making things a bit difficult. Pepsor does get found. So 2-on-2 once again. The Molotov landing towards Goose. I won't deny this plant. Heap has to be ready for the short player. Head spotted.
Yeah, Flusher now.
Both doubling up here towards short.
The right decision, and Flusher now in the 1 versus 2. He's low HP. Does have an AK, but won't be able to fire off a shot as Danis secures his 3rd of the round. Great round there from Danis. We could see the AWP as well invested as he's sitting around 8k, but Space, they go for a 3-0 start here.
Yeah, going to be able to find a 4th. Yeah, really, really good. But obviously we did see that from Eyeballers as well on their map pick. So definitely still very early doors, but an excellent start from the team who are already leading in this series.
We've got a Mac on Fossil. We've got a B spawn from Team Space. And we've got a tough hold for Eyeballers. And I think
fast burst.
I think the one thing that is making this map a little bit more T-sided is the fact there's no longer a skybox. I think util towards B used to be really tough because you had to get yourself, you know, right within the tunnels to send off that utility. But we see the smoke being thrown as they're running towards from T-spawn.
Yeah, it's interesting because obviously we had a skybox change back and go. I'm not sure how long Dust was actually in the map pool when that changed.
I think it was only for probably half a year at most.
Yeah, it would be interesting to know, but either way, this is going to be a round that does go the way of Team Space. A couple of weapons have been retrieved and will be saved into the next.
Lovely little angle there from Flusher, but with an MP9, probably not going to find anything. And the fact that the T's are escaping through top tunnels, not really to see much. But the real question is now for Eyeballers, are we going to be seeing the big green out for JW?
Yeah, it is going to be important. You see a lot of times teams wielding the double AWP on this map. Don't really have enough money to justify a double AWP, but yeah, we see JW bringing his one out. And I think it's going to be a big difference maker for this CT side. Danis, obviously, on the big green of his own, might go for a bit of a mid-peak. If we see JW fight towards there, could be disastrous, but no, heads towards long heap. We'll be able to cross the gauntlet that is these mid doors.
We do see a miss smoke there. The miss smoke on the T side's tough. It's either a miss smoke or it's a preemptive one for Mollies, but can't really think of a reason as to why they do that. I'd just assume they'd be going for the corner smoke. That's what a lot of the T's have been opting for. But JW's AWP can fire off and will find one. Vert, I don't think he's been spotted here, but with contact been made, Danis is in fact blocking, and Danis AWP best JW. I think that's the first, you know, true AWPing duel that we've seen in quite some time.
The CTs are fighting this so heavily, but it does work out in their favor, actually. It looked like he could have gone against them, but the early 2 kills that the T's did find has quickly gone back into this two-man disadvantage heat. Holding the lines and will successfully find the headshot. Eyeballers post their first round on Dust.
A great round from Golden as well to secure 3. We see the save AWP as well for Flusher. So can drop that over to JW. And Eyeballers now need to go on a bit of a streak of their own. As we mentioned, this is the stronger side for both of them. So this first half being vital. Obviously, Eyeballers, they lost their map pick. They've got to do a lot of work, though, to take things on Dusk. Because we have seen a strong kind of... well, a strong recent set of games from Team Space on Dust.
Yeah, they've been one of the early adopters of the map. These CIS teams seemingly love it. Especially now that so many of these really young talents do come from that region. And the map's always been quite individually gifted for those who can wield it. Brilliant find from Pepzor. Great awareness. An early kill again for Eyeballers. They've had no issue finding the first kills. Could be a rinse and repeat of what we saw in the last round. Kill towards along and JW strikes, finding the mid player.
I like it from JW as well. He's looking to retake this space. Fuzzle needs to be cautious. Close towards the doors. JW though. USB in hand. Usually when you think of a secondary weapon to JW's Orb, you picture in the CZ, but hasn't got it in this one.
Yeah, a long time ago now. We used to see JW with that. Can't imagine he's going to be doing it too much anymore.
Especially with the 5-7 just looking incredible at the moment.
Yeah, two-man advantage for Eyeballers. We seem very... I mean, this feels like a save already.
Well, utility is drained here for the Eyeballers, but with this kill coming through, Pepzor...
I mean, just have a look though where Vert is.
Yeah, he's not going for it.
And that's the bomb as well. He's been
Danis.
sitting there for ages.
Danis needs to be very cautious. Pepzor hungry for blood here. Oh, brilliant from Pepzor. We'll find the AWP of Danis, and that's going to make things even harder in the next. With 2 safe weapons, you kind of understand, okay, they've got a chance, but now things are looking tough.
Yeah, you could kind of justify it by Forzil would have been able to get weapons out. You could maybe have a couple of max, hit fast towards B, and you think that'd be a solid enough round, but yeah, now it doesn't feel ideal at all. It is 2.4k loss bonus, so Forzil can drop over the AWP in the next. Goes for the Hero AK instead. Oh, ups against it. Not really sure what he's going for, but it's not going to be enough to drop an AWP.
I would have loved to see Fozzle drop an AWP to Danis. Danis goes to the early peak and then throws it back to him to refund. I think there's just so much that you can do on the T side of Dust when it comes to those early peaks.
Yeah, there's a lot of cheeky plays that can be made. Good util users so far. Fozzle and Trunik both dropped down very low. Well, Trunik not very, but you know how unarmored players can be so squishy.
And there it is.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. 2 nades, he's gone.
Vert does get one, but big kill from JW. And JW ensuring that nothing is been given up. Nothing's been kind of shown for Team Space. Instantly retrieves that AK, looks to fight with it, and then obviously to pick up the AWP later. Eyeballers though, we mentioned how it was Team Space who've gone on a little bit of a streak. Now that's 3 rounds in a row. And no AWP for Danis either.
Yeah, I would have liked Forzil actually tried to save a bit of his money. And actually be able to drop the AWP over to his teammate.
But especially because of how JW's been playing towards middle. He's been really good at getting these kind of picks and making things really tough. And I think this is where Team Space needs to quite heavily analyse. Look, JW's being a bit of a menace in middle. Let's just look to try and hit fast towards A. Because retaking with the AWP from CT can be very difficult.
Aggression from Pepzor looks perfectly timed. Trunik does go down. Gonna util again. Oh, Vert. Just gifted there with Flusher jumping up, not realising how close Vert actually was.
Well, I think Flusher sends out the flashbang, but he doesn't realise it's pinned up against that wall, so Vert's never going to be blinded by it.
A 3-on-3, finally it feels like a round that isn't extremely disadvantaged for Team Space. The A-bomb site is left entirely undefended.
Yeah, and that's why we're seeing Golden slowly making his way back. There is a slight gap. Vert will just be able to keep himself alive. I think steering clear of middle will be the best idea. Fossil very far from the action, so it will just be Danis and Vert to creep their way up long. Fair bit of utility remaining for Team Space, and similar can be said for Eyeballers, so it's going to be an interesting kind of finish to this round.
Yeah, a lot of damage in util. Couple of mollies can be really key for retaking this A-bomb site, but Space are going to need to start to make a move on, otherwise this is going to be extremely orchestrated. But JW is holding the cross, so if they opt not to throw util, this can be very awkward. They are crossing now, no pot shots fired from JW.
Speaking of that utility, it's all come out here, so the bomb plant can come through. Although at the last second, Golden just pre-firing, ensuring that there is no one lurking towards middle. Flashbang coming through here, and as this smoke fades, things could get tough for both sides. It's just dependent on who's ready. Ooh. And there it is, Danis, great spree transfer, and we see Fossil find.
Yeah, that's really unlucky. JW gets the leg onto Vert, but not the actual kill, so you see he's like a fish out of water there as soon as Golden goes down. 2 players to fight, and that's going to be impossible with the AWP.
But it looked brilliant initially, but when we see this aggression from Flusher, yeah, it's just not worth it.
Yeah, you see he wants to pile on the pressure, try to stop anyone getting the trade onto his teammate in lower tunnels, but just doesn't realise Vert's already out there. It's already that deep towards the tunnels. Once again, it could be another kill towards long for Eyeballers. Almost going to call them Fnatic there for a second.
Well, when you've got JW and Flusher on the same roster,
And Golden as well, and
yeah,
even like pretty much the whole team. In fact, if I'm correct, it is the whole team. Peps are obviously as well.
different iterations though.
I mean, Eyeball is actually looking very strong here on the CT side. Maybe I haven't posted as many rounds as I want. Nice double from Flusher. Able to back away. Not for much longer. Gets a dink before going down. Gives a parting gift to the remaining T.
The nade. X5G Cam back away from it, but with the bomb dropped, going to be so difficult. Instant headshot required, and Heat will eliminate. So, bit of a back and forth affair here now. Finances, though, for the T's, certainly not perfect, and we should just see an eco to come through. We'll level things up 5-5.
Yeah, I'm very impressed by what we're seeing right now from Eyeballers. They had a bit of a poor start to this game, but other than that, it feels like this is very one-sided for the Swedish roster for now, even though the scoreline doesn't really suggest it. I think this is one of the games where Team Space kind of just hoping to get to that half-time as quick as possible.
Does seem as such. We have got the scout in play on X5G. The problem is, we're not going to be seeing an AWP in the next for Danis again, and I'll be honest, Charlie, the majority of the Team Space side, they've overinvested.
I mean, that's the thing. You can't blame the rest of the team at this point for Danis not having the AWP. He's got a deagle in armor. You want the AWP, you have to take the hit on the force buy. It's just how it works, or a half buy, sorry.
I think maybe he was just hoping for Vert to not invest in a Galil and head armor, but has done so. Fair bit of damage dealt, though, as Golden dropped down to 25 points of health, but that is Vert falling, the premium weapon, or the heaviest weapon invested. JW, though, playing towards A, holding the lines towards short, and with these rotations coming through from Golden and a flank from Flusher, I think it's safe to say we know where this one's going. They will line up, and Flusher secures them both, and Trunic, all that remains, slowly creeping towards long.
Yeah, it does just feel like we're watching Team Space with no real goal in mind for these rounds. It feels like they're sort of coming into this one saying, let's just do anything. But there's no structure, or at least that's how it looks. It does feel like it falls apart very, very early for Team Space, and then from there they've got no second sort of plan or plan B as to what to do, and it feels like Eyeball is just running over them.
Don't get me wrong, Charlie. If you are the better side regarding individuals, if you're you're twice what your opponents are when it comes to the mechanics, then fair enough. But they're not. That's the problem. It seems like Team Space there. We saw the swing out of middle there from Vert, completely unnecessary. You know, we see the overinvestment from Team Space. It just seems as though they're just opting to hope to win these 1v1s. But the problem is, Eyeballers are playing a lot more as a unit. You know, we had 3 players towards middle there. We had JW just holding towards A. They've gambled away from the B bomb site. Yet Space, potentially a little too outlandish for me to say, but it seems though they're just running around like headless chickens.
I mean, that is the thing. It is really difficult to watch knowing how good Team Space has been in the past, but I mean, finally we at least see a trade towards along. Because it's been so easy as of late for Eyeballers to get this early kill there, and Fozil lucky to find Flusher.
Ooh, he spots JW as well, and Fozil now might hunt for him in the missed shot from JW. Devastating. And this is a moment where Team Space, they look a little bit more organised. They send out players towards long. We see the flashes coming over. We're going to need to see a smoke here on the corner, otherwise.
Not a great smoke.
Oh, bit of a run boost across. Nade breaks it open, and he will secure one.
Nade could finish him off. Does, just about.
It's all on golden now. But will be found. So, important round for Team Space to win.
Yeah, finally a little bit of a glimpse of what they did look like earlier on to this game.
Already Team Space have found 6. We mentioned that this is both sides' favoured one, and the fact it's going to a 6-6, going to leave for a very interesting finish. I think Team Space, they've looked pretty lackluster as of recent. You know, they might be able to double down and find 7, but... Ooh, like this one, JW. Oh, JW falls, goes down to Fozil.
Love the idea of the triple nade. No one there, though. Advantage here for Team Space. Heap trying to press the issue, trying to grab something back, and will do so. Does get tagged down heavily from Vert, but no one close enough to actually trade and take down Heap. So 4-on-4 here once again. Interestingly enough, Red, the last game we did see from Team Space, the one they played against 9 Pandas, they found 5 rounds on the T side and absolutely nothing on their CT.
Scary stuff.
Yeah, so they got to hope that today is different.
Certainly so. Space has slowed things down now, and obviously with the limited utility remaining from the Eyeballers, we could see a Team Space execute on either bomb side, potentially a B split, and with the bomb being pretty deep towards short, I'm not too sure what we are going to be seeing from Team Space.
Yeah, the A play is definitely the site you don't want to go to, but the push here, this could be a perfect read from Space. They have just backed off. Player spotted. Trunic very quick with it.
Ooh,
Heap even being low HP. We'll find another. But in the meantime, Golden falls and Pepsil's finally pushed through long, but at the worst possible timing.
Yeah, he's going to have to go fast towards short. It's the final round of the half. They're going to give this one a go. Pepsil, he's stepping. Easily heard from Danis and easily found, and all going to be on Heap now. He's 9 HP. Facing off against 3. So look, we do see Team Space 5-7. Really didn't expect it from how kind of poor they've looked as of recent.
Ooh, everyone's got the butterflies. Maybe
Also a butterfly knife?
Maybe it's sort of a team thing. We've all got to have these knives.
That's the first initiation. You got to dump a grand into a knife.
A grand. I don't know what butterfly knife you're getting. But clearly not one of the ones these guys have. But, I mean, yeah, this is... It's a bit of a resurgence at the end for Team Space. It's a lot better. Finally see a bit more of a glimpse of what they were about earlier on. But Eyeballers had a good mid-portion there of the first half. So they have given themselves at least a nice sort of platform to try to work on this T side. But the piss round is definitely going to be important. Like I mentioned, Team Space weren't able to find a single CT round against 9 Pandas. Winning the pistol should at least ensure 2.
Yeah, Team Space just playing at range from long. Flashbang to come through here. This util could be perfect. Fossil is blinded, having to fall back now, and it's going to be the smoke towards CT. Fairly obvious where the T's are heading now, and the fact Fossil's been found. Vert with a lot to do. Julie's in hand. X5G takes down JW though, and now the Julie strike. That's the bomb dropped into the center of the bomb site. Heat though progressing through tunnels. Flusher needing to find this pick. Has to be said, he's struggling, but will eventually connect onto Trunic. Man advantage here now for the T's, and Flusher trying to fight his way out. Flashbang, in fact, blinding their own team. Julie's on Pepsaw in a nice position, but Pepsaw somewhat isolated as Heap had a little check towards tunnels.
Well, it's being fired off. He's going to give away his position, but not before finding a kill.
I've still got a kit on Danis, so can try and go for this, but don't think it's going to be possible, and he might not survive as Pepsaw looking to peek, and he will find with the Julie. So Eyeballers, both pistols. Oh, was it both pistols found?
No, only one pistol on Dust. Obviously with the 4-0 start from Team Space in this one.
Just on their stats page on Dust, and it says 100% pistol. It kind of scared me a little bit. But no, yeah, pistol apiece. I guess it's fair now.
Yeah, all going to come down to these actual full buys.
And it's the force from Team Space. It's not too bad. They've got 2 SMGs, 2 Deagles, and a Scout. I like it from Pepsaw. Big risk, but can work out massively, and it does. They take down X5G, and he was a player who was so clinical on the CT side on Ancient. The amount of triples that we saw from Cave was brilliant, but gone a little quiet here.
But this is the thing, right now, you're looking at this game, and all the players who had some really big moments on Ancient, Trunic, X5G, saw some moments from Danis, Vert as well, in fact the whole team really, but who's stepping up in this one?
Yeah, that's what kind of scared me with this Dust. I thought Team Space would really dominate.
But it's been Pepsaw. He's been the player to step up on the side of Eyeballers. No one really has for Team Space. They're all having a pretty average performance. Yeah, I mean, they're going to go for the save. They're going to at least have a bit of a chance in the next round, but yeah, I'm going to need to see a little bit more from Team Space in the next if they want to be able to win.
Remember though, Team Space, it's their map pick. If they do lose, we head to Mirage, and I think that's something that Team Space at least has in their arsenal. They've got number one victory. They've got, you know, something to fall back onto. Lovely little boost there. Trunix the Eagle will connect. Can be a weapon to be picked up here by one of these pistols.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea, but I don't think anyone's actually going to make that cross down towards mid to try to retrieve that. You can at least drop one of the pistols to the fallen comrade. Love this boost. Don't really see it enough, do you?
No, I think just because the way that I think Dust is now kind of being played a little bit differently, I think just with the fact that you can blow up the smokes, I feel like generally you're going to be having an AWP towards CT. When they're retaking from the A bomb site, the AWP's going to be glued towards window, and it's not the easiest of angles to take a fight with.
Early contact towards long, so Team Space will back away. Had 3 players there early, ready to fully fight for this one.
This one is the bonus though that we mentioned before, and there's still weaponry to be wielded. Trunic first to fall though, nice opener from JW, sends out the Molotov as well just in case anyone playing close, and you hear the tick of the molly, but in fact that's JW's toes that burn him.
Yeah, so it's early kill again. We're not going to be seeing a save from Team Space in this one unless they get a few weapons too. Save a lot of damage is being dealt to Flusher and JW.
Heat might look to take some control towards B, and if done, realising B bomb site's open, surely that is where Eyeballers will decide to finish. Aggression towards short now from Fozzle and Vert.
CT do kind of need to catch off Pepsor here. Catch him off quite soon. Will do
Fozzle
so.
finds. AK can be picked up here. Golden though. Gets a double. Oh, was picked up the scout. Maybe not really wanting to do so, and will be found by the UMP of Fozzle.
Yeah, the fact that Golden finds both those players there and then survives for that long is really costly. There could have been a bit of a chance there if Team Space were able to find Golden quickly and cleanly. You got two players, JW and Flusher, one bullet from death, and just heap left to try to take down, and that could have really been around. But Eyeballers take the lead here on Dust 2.
Something to mention, Charlie. Fozzle finding with the Deagle and the UMP has allowed him to drop an AWP over to Danis. So, potentially a big factor for Team Space's success. AWP shot fired off. Pepsor will have been heard, but could be found. In fact, Pepsor successful here. Trunic will get the trade, and Trunic doubles down. Trunic, we mentioned, had a bit of a slow start on Ancient, but as the game came closer and closer, that's where Trunic stepped up. We're kind of seeing similar things here. I love the aggressive push though from JW. Can double down as well. He's dealt a lot of damage. HE in hand, but in fact misses it.
Yeah, JW, so good at catching these timings.
I love it from Fozzle though. JW now not really expecting someone to take a bit of a risk like he does so many times. Trunic will get the collapse. Sadly, it's his teammate that he takes down as well, but Trunic with a 3k there. Fozzle finding 2 in Team Space. They will take the round here.
Yeah, I mean, not really the player you think of when you think we've got to stop this man, but Pepsor has to be stopped. He's really doing a great job at finding these opening kills for Eyeballers. Did it again there. Sure, we ended up seeing the trade and then the double from Trunic, but the amount of times we saw on the Eyeballers CT side as well as here on the T side where Pepsor is running rampant towards long.
The money, though, a bit awkward here. It's not perfect for Eyeballers. And Pepsor's now on a weaker weapon. Bit of a highlight reel. I'm not too sure if this is a tack or a tech pause.
Way back in this one, 8-8, all leveled up here again. I really don't know where this one's going to go. It feels like we got the possibility of everything. Overtime, third map, 4 Team Space 2-0.
Yeah, that is the real question. I think this round is going to be kind of a quite a dictating factor on the basis that if Team Space win it, if they win it dominantly, they can start to grow their finances. Obviously, it will be an eco for Eyeballers, and similar statement can be made for both sides. So this is a bit of a kind of a 2-for-1 special here in round number 17, as the winner should be able to get themselves double digits.
Yeah, that is going to be the thing. First one, we have to find double digits and be on that final home stretch. I think the way that Eyeballers have been playing sort of the last 10 rounds or so, I would favour them. I do think they've looked really good. Team Space, they've definitely fallen off a little bit since their early dominance. But we know sort of all it takes is one round for one of these individuals to play very well, and that can sometimes just be it. JW has dropped down into the pit with the AWP. Flashbang out for Danis.
Oh, I think Danis might have spotted JW there on the cross. Trunic now looking
He's
to get
getting
aggressive
crunched
towards
on.
mid. No casualties either there for Team Space, so they can maneuver their way back towards A.
It's all 5 here.
It's so obvious. It's so obvious for Team Space where Eyeballers are heading. Very limited utility as well. That's the AWP shot. The AWP of Danis will connect. Flashbang's coming over. And Danis needs to try and take this contact, try and bait in his teammate, but Trunic from short. Although 30 seconds remaining, Eyeballers, there's nowhere but A to go. Nice shot from JW. Spots the second. Oh, and Flusher finds X5G.
They know roughly where Danis was. Flusher creeping down. Onto the bomb. Surely it's not the fallen stick. It is. Flusher, nerves of steel. Emerges from the smoke, is spotted. Found though from JW, and the 2 veterans are making this work. JW missed shot, does get punished. It's all on Flusher. Elevates himself up, and the 2 veteran Swedes, CS Royalty, make it work.
I'll be honest, Charlie. You could stick a Fnatic logo and kind of switch us back to CSGO, because that's a clutch that we've seen from them time and time again. It's where Eyeballers, they look down and out. It looks impossible Yet JW gets a double. Flusher takes a huge risk, finds plenty of information for JW to work upon. But brilliant stuff here from the Eyeballers. It seemed as though that was the first round. They seem outmatched in regard to the calling. It was perfect from Team Space. We had all 5 defenders ready and waiting, but didn't matter. Not one bit.
Yeah, they had everything in their favour. Team Space had about 20 seconds on the clock there. They knew exactly where both these final players were. All 5 players around the A-bomb site, and they still lose it.
It makes you question, though, Charlie. Team Space, potentially too hungry for the round. Far too much over-peaking. There's no real need for them. After they get those initial kind of kills, they can just back away. But the fact they're so close to the action, that's what makes things, you know, not impossible, but
we see that smoke down, and JW can't work with anything. And then players start peeking, they start showing themselves on the edge of this smoke. And JW, 2 great shots he finds, 2 openers, and Flusher straight after. The fast push here towards B is not working out at all. It's a 2-on-3 now, advantage Team Space. And the cross can be hold from Danists.
We got a fast flank from X5G. Fozil, though, team kill, takes down 1, and the flank of X5G's been found. You can see the stick of the bomb, and now Fozil has to go huge. It's unfortunate. We didn't really expect the round to go the way of Team Space, but the fact they got those openers, the fact they kind of made things competitive, and then the TK.
Yeah, that could have been so good. They could have swung on the bomb plant or something, tried to isolate the one player, trying to hold, cover the bomb, but instead, the team kill comes through. And it all sort of falls apart from there. Eyeballers do find double digits, though. Got the AWP on Danish once again. Well, JW's going to be holding. Goes for the pot shot, doesn't realise how deep these CTs have crept forward.
Plenty of flashbangs coming over the top. Heap gets 1. Trunic, though, once again, Trunic having a very good performance. Currently now top of the leaderboard, top of the server with 18.
Look at this space Team Space are taking, though. The issue is, if Eyeballers go fast here towards long now, it's all going to be for nothing. Just need to delay.
Flusher creeping close, though. Very much aware of Trunic. All going to be about timing here, but Trunic will find Vert as well, eliminating. And now another 2vx that JW's part of, but becomes even harder. Team Space, big opportunity here. And the fact there was plenty of casualties with the eco for Team Space, that's what's kind of forced this weaker investment. Look at the finances. Pepsor and Golden, they're going to have to invest now, Eyeballers.
Yeah, they technically... Oh, it's so tough. They might not, because JW and Heap can have a decent enough buy. They might just take the hit and say, we'll go for weaker weapons. But the buy does come out. It definitely is the smarter call. But it is also one that will give Team Space the lead if Eyeballers don't win this.
Yeah, we mentioned how Eyeballers...
Team kill was coming through there again.
Oh, not again. How many have we seen? I think we've seen 2
this map already.
Yeah.
It looked like we were going to see one of Dana's teammates run straight into the scope of that AWP. That early kill does get found by Team Space. Still, we know how good Eyeballers can be with these weaker weapons.
Pepsor now. We mentioned the prowess he's shown throughout the whole of Dust. On a Deegan this round, looking to get aggressive. And I like the idea of the mid pop here from the Eyeballers. I think it's the right decision. They've got minimal utility.
The crossfire, though, is scary. There is no nade, so it's only going to have to be a spam. Oh, Fozil! I don't think he realizes how insane that was. The fact he just ignores the scout entirely is so smart. Sort of gambles. Even if I get shot, I'll live. I'll go for the 2 that can kill me quickly.
But now it's all on Heap. 1 versus 4. Low HP and will be found. And with 4 survivors for Team Space, finances can be on the rise. Scary stuff now for the Eyeballers. You mentioned should be a bit of a 2-for-1. Team Space can take the lead. They'll be looking at 2 rounds away from closing out the series here. Obviously, it is early doors in the Swiss stage. It is round 1. So the loser of this game, they go 0-1. It's not the end of the world. They've still got opportunities to progress to the playoffs. But the fact that these games have both been very close leads for an exciting finish on Dust and potentially an even more exciting Mirage if we get that.
Yeah, got all the possibilities too. Sure, Team Space will be in the lead, but I don't think they've ever felt comfortable once in this map. Fast towards Shaw. Dan is going to have a bit of a shooting gallery. He spots the first, takes down JW, and just holds across. The Glocks are doing far too much damage here. Surely not. These weapons can't be retrieved.
Yeah, the fact that Golden can get two there is brilliant, and at least they've got the bomb down. Nades to come over. The retake's not going to be easy, and I'd love to see all four Ts jump in and try and find Vert.
In a really awkward position.
Yeah, Heap scores another. Now Fozil, we mentioned he went huge in the last. He's got to go huge in this one. The AWP posted up, needs to find P250 in hand, but Heap retrieves the M4. Fozil has got a smoke and a defuse kit. Needs to hurry things along though as the bomb is ticking away, and it will be the stick of the bomb. But he's found Pepsel jumping, kills him. Eyeball to secure the round. No 11 here for Team Space, but it's the Glocks that make it work. And it has to be said, Cholly, that is an embarrassing performance from Team Space at range against Glocks.
Yeah, you can't let that happen. You find the opening kill as well. How are we allowed to see these Glocks do this? A missed shot from Danist is not good enough. Tronic having zero impact there. But even just Fozil throwing a smoke on the bomb and defusing would be probably something he could win. But allows full vision of where he's defusing. Sure, we see a bit of luck from the jumping AK shot, but it's not impossible. We at least make it challenging in Team Space. They're going to be thanking their lucky stars. At least they kept players alive against Eyeballers Force, because their money could have easily been drained. We could have seen Eyeballers take the whole game off of that.
Yeah, and obviously players like JW, players like Heap, they got enough to buy in the next. Team Space, though, this is such an important round because we understand Mirage. It's a map that Eyeballers are going to be confident on. I love it from X5G, though. JW, pretty confident that the players towards tunnels, they've got his back. They're going to be holding, but no. X5G can creep close.
I don't even get the Glock round. Just give up the bomb site then.
Yeah, it's one of those ones that we're going to be remembering for quite some time.
Like, you win that retake. The weapons can't be retrieved. You have utility. They have nothing but Glocks. I just don't even know. Yeah, that was abysmal. Really, really poor played round from Team Space, and Eyeballers entirely deserved to win that. The play they made towards Long was really great. All crunching on Danis, but didn't do anything else too much special. Here we go. The B split is going to come through. UMP not spotted, but Golden finds the first, and 3-on-3 here. Util on Pepsel.
Retake's going to be tough, though. Flusher, he's close by. Oh, but Danis will find it. Now Flusher, AWP in hand, he's got to go huge. Steps are going to be heard. Flusher finds one. Surely a trade to come through. Will be found by Trunic. Now all on Heap. Tucked away towards Xbox. Just going to be holding for the doors swing. No utility. They can just peek together, but they are isolating here. They're giving up. Jumping through. Pre-firing. Trunic needs to find, and in the air, he will find him. Oh, very aggressive. X5G takes him down. He's got a kit. He's got enough time to defuse. So we will see Space find 11. But only one survivor.
Just about. But I mean, the money's not good for, I was going to say Fnatic again, Eyeballers. I mean, this is the issue, isn't it? I mean, this is some of the best CS I think I've seen, just in terms of how back and forth it is, how crazy it is. Money's awful for both teams. It's going to be this round could determine the whole entire game, Fred.
Most certainly. I think you look at it. Eyeballers, what are they going to be playing for OT?
Well, what do you think? What do they do? Heap can buy an AWP.
What's the
JW can buy an AK.
What's the loss bonus, though?
I don't think it's going to be better than 1.9.
I'd love to see. You know what? What we're seeing now is kind of what.
Yeah, 1.9.
Hero AK, JW on a Deagle, fast rush towards B. They've got an okay spawn. If they can get the bomb down
previously.
Yeah, exactly. Just, you know, if they can somehow get the bomb down, put themselves in a post-plant, retrieve a weapon or two, then things are possible. But I think the Force, it's kind of, they would be digging their own graves because it means that a loss is over. It's only going to be 2 real weapons, utility pretty weak. So I think it is the right decision.
A shot from Danis, but information gained. Ooh. Oh no, JW.
Not again.
Connects. No other player with armor to fully utilize this M4, but yeah, it seems like a really interesting call to be that aggressive against pistols.
Maybe they assumed it's a force.
They would have seen that Golden had no rifle though. Either way, interesting play. Danis missing the shot. We do have Heap holding the angle. This is all going to be to bait in Fozil.
Yeah, it's perfect, and that's one of the weapons falling. JW has got that retrieved M4. Oh, Golden's D connecting through the door, spamming through now. They are going to be heading towards A, and that is an open bomb site. We'll see a fast retake from Trunic from long. But a bomb plant is huge. We mentioned the money's not perfect. Smoke to come through. Danis holding for the flank. But as the time ticks away, Team Space need to make sure they're well organised here. We will see Trunic
that's the rifle.
I think as well, because Trunic takes so long to engage from long, they're never really expecting him. They would have assumed, look, okay, someone's got to take contact at one point. But Pepzor now 1v4. Can't connect with the Deagle. It will be Fozil to find. Defuse to come through, and Team Space find 12. But with the bomb plant, we are going to be seeing a perfect investment from the Eyeballers. But round 24 now we're heading into. Team Space with the opportunity to close it out. Eyeballers have to take it to go OT.
Yeah, Peps will slow down, and along with that, so have Eyeballers. Heap's had a few big moments recently, but I mean, this is what we mean. There's some really nice shots that have been hit here from the Eyeballers guys, and maybe if they had 1-2 more players with armor, they could have gone on to take that one, but it's so close, and it'd be such a devastating way to lose, but potentially overtime on the cards. JW does get the tag on Divert. Felt like the slowest jump across mid I think I've ever seen. But this is it, round number 24, Team Space map and series point here in the Swiss system.
It's their map selection though, and it just goes to show how kind of Eyeballers can compete on a map like Dust. Something to mention though, we expected it to kind of come from JW and Flusher, and if you look at the leaderboard, although there was that incredible 2 versus 5, haven't really put up much numbers.
I mean, you do have to think that 2 versus 5 completely changed how the game went though.
Oh, 100%.
Would have been Team Space finding double digits pretty early on.
But there's been loads of these swing rounds. We've seen a 2v5 for the all Eyeballers. We've seen a full eco victory. Yet
yeah,
still Team Space ahead. Setup here is good. Molly to come through, going to force JW back.
Yeah, gets his thrown out as well, so it does force Team Space back ever so slightly.
Oh, X5G has just stepped. Just going to play on the edge of the smoke. Golden needs to be cautious. Trunic, though, he's in a great position.
The question is how many can he get?
But there's no help from his team. There's no flashes that can come over the top to help him out. And Trunic might not find one as Flusher eliminates. We have got the Orb of Danis looking to be holding. X5G in a nice position as well. And there it is. Danis fires off the all-important Orb shot. He's going to send out the Molotov to try and delay. X5G finds one. Heap, if he falls, it's going to be tough. It is JW and Flusher. It is the heroes to try and make things work. And Flusher finds one.
Bring it on to this 2v2. Vert far too antsy. Teammate nowhere near.
He's got loads of utility in CT though. JW holding the smoke. Now it's faded. Bit of a shotgun or position for him. Flusher could peek at any moment, but Danis looking to creep closer. Oh, has he just spotted Flusher? Well, he certainly has now. A little bit worried about the re-peek. Time ticking away. JW still on the bomb site, still trying to have that impact. Flusher falls. There's still an opportunity. There's still time, but it's ticking. And JW just dancing around, not peeking, and that will be the round going the way of the Eyeballers. Danis is far too slow for that retake.
Yeah, I mean, you see JW and Flusher, although they had the man advantage, they did not care once about killing him. We'll just delay as much time as we can. As soon as we spot him out, we won't give him an opportunity at all to win this round, and Eyeballers do that to absolute perfection, and they will bring us to overtime, and deservedly so.
Poorly played retake. There was so much utility that we saw in CT spawn. Yeah, we see one swinging out short early. We see Flusher finding a pick, I believe, towards short as well. It seems as though Team Space, in certain scenarios, They look pretty hungry. And for Trunic there, you understand why he wants to take that contact. He wants to gain some information. But if he's just tucked in the corner of pit, he's guaranteed to find one.
Yeah, there is a good chance. But it does feel like maybe this is where we're seeing too many young players, too many inexperienced players wanting to end the game too early. But we've got the double AWP out. This could be the difference. The Team Space wanted money, just didn't really allow it. But early on in this round, things are looking excellent. Pepsol goes down as well. Flusher and Golden.
I want to say, is this the first double AWP we've seen all game?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And it very likely has to do with the economy. Haven't really been able to see either team stabilize their finances, so
Brilliant flash.
seems like when Team Space have the opportunity, they will go for it. Flusher 1 versus 5 with the AWP. Not really a weapon he's been known to wield too often, but certainly can do a job with it.
The CTs are looking a little bit to hunt. They know he's towards tunnels. Oh, flash. That's a tough one. Plenty of HEs being thrown his way. Team Space, they will be the first to find 13, but sadly not in regulation.
Yeah, I mean, the T side from Team Space, it wasn't great, and I think Eyeballers, they really came into their own towards the end of their CT side. So I do think if Team Space don't get a good few rounds here on the CT, I wouldn't be surprised if Eyeballers can come back and really hurt them.
Definitely, but with that round going the way of Team Space, I think they'll be happy with the outcome. It gives them the slight edge, and the double AWP clearly working out well for them. And there it is again. Quick shot from Danis. Lightning fast.
Yeah, Pepsol threw some util, so he's very slow out towards long this round. And didn't really get to utilize the speed that he can do. He had a really good long spawn as well. Or a decent long spawn. Wasn't brilliant, but a good enough one that he definitely could have taken it and looked for a timing.
Something that we have to mention, Charlie. Pepsol was incredible. You know, really, really strong early doors. Had a really nice start here on Dust. Has to be said, though, fallen a little short.
Yeah, I mean, it was sort of... It did fall off a little bit since going on to this T side. So, the thing is, at least when Eyeballers do move onto their CT side, I am expecting Pepsol to pick up where he left off again.
Lovely
The
from
elevator over the
X5G.
smoke. Yeah, finds Golden, backs away. Flusher and Heap now. Sorry, JW and Heap to try to do something. JW. Lots of smokes down at his feet. He's going to try to catch a timing.
He gets the bomb back. I think that's the...
I thought he might actually push through to CT as well, along with it, but Trunic from top mid does find one. Heap nothing to kill back, but now the CTs know exactly where the young Swede is.
But it's another 1 versus 5. It's another kind of round in which Team Space have done a great job.
Okay.
Oh, Heap. Don't do it to him. You got 23 seconds. Doesn't have the bomb. No real chance, but those first two look nice. They looked
Not far
very,
off
very...
with Fozil, and who knows?
Yeah, that's where it's a real... See what can happen. But Team Space, that's 2 on their CT side. Can see the AWP dropped across to JW. JW's had a tough game. 12 and 20. Whereas the AWP of Team Space, Danist, 24 and 14. JW, a decorated player. Won plenty in his career, but when you think of strong AWPers, certainly is one. But the fact that Danis is outperforming him, definitely a game to remember. Heap now with a lot of work to do, but will find X5G, realizing he's somewhat trapped. All 3 of the CTs in middle. Heap's got this information now, and surely Eyeballers to accelerate.
Oh, decent bit of damage dealt there, actually. These bullets are all connecting. JW took one. Flusher took far too many. And Golden got eliminated from it.
Fozzel's got an HE grenade. Oh, I love the attempt. Sadly not connecting, but even more util damage. And Flusher on low HP will find Danis still. They've got the man advantage. And I love it from Flusher. Playing inside the smoke, trying to make things work. And he spots out Fozzel. Incredible stuff from Flusher. Now all on Vert, but he's low HP. He needs the ace to win this one. And JW on the AWP. Oh, baits off the AWP shot. Bomb halfway ticked. Flusher will be sighted, but big round for Eyeballers to win.
Yeah, needed that one. Like I mentioned, Eyeballers, their CT side as well felt a lot better, but whereas Team Space, it felt like they were sort of not perfect on their CT side. It felt like Eyeballers were just slow to start on their CT side. They felt so much better after those initial 4 rounds. But they're going to get another crack at it. No double AWP of the Eyeballers, just a single one for now. I'm curious to see Pepsor again towards long.
Yeah, he was brilliant. Had a lot of impact.
Felt like he constantly found that opening kill for Eyeballers.
Ooh,
You can't test JW like that.
What's the reasoning?
I don't know why both players were in that position if you're not boosting the AWP up or something. Why do you have 2 riflers there? What's the goal?
I don't know, to give JW a kill. That's the only thing I can think of.
Oh, mission accomplished.
Dennis now holding, hoping for JW to reaggress. And the way that JW plays, I think at some point or another, he will look for this peak. Certainly not a static AWPer, but he's holding the lines currently.
Oh, no!
Oh, Fuzzle!
What a
shot
shine from Fuzzle, but JW felt like he had that dead to rights. 4 on 4 once again, 1 minute on the clock. Pepsor was solo towards the A-bomb site for now. Flusher is out here towards long. Presence being made towards B from Team Space, so it's keeping Golden interested.
I'm gonna molly and Fuzzle, gonna be sending it towards ramp. Second molly towards Goose. Pepsor still playing behind things here though. And he can just peek at any moment. Flashbang to come over. Pepsor out in the open with the missed shots,
wow.
and Dennis finds Fuzzle again. 2-man advantage for the T's. And this is where Eyeballers, remember, this round victory, it will give Space 15. They'll have 2 opportunities to close it out.
So much damage with that Molotov, but the nades just not hitting their mark. They could have finished these players off, and Dennis will spot out Heap and Heap. They're so low! Oh, Fuzzle will find him, but you can see Team Space aren't showing enough respect to these players. And constantly, we're almost seeing Eyeballers win these impossible rounds, and we even saw them win that 2 versus 5 due to Team Space giving them too much room to breathe. And Heap, wow, that would have been something special. But Team Space do find map in series point here with 2 chances to close it out, like you mentioned.
I think you're right though, Charlie. Team Space, I think when you have a squad of younger players and who are hungry to be the ones to win it, they want to be the heroes, and in doing so, they make these mistakes. And we see it from Fuzzle in this one. Will fall early as he goes for the AWP peek towards long, and you'd understand if it's Dennis. He's certainly a player who can take down JW, but JW with the opener. He's been playing quite heavily towards middle here, but the peek in long, the call is perfect. But Fuzzle was incredible on the rifle in the last.
Oh, 100% the only reason they won the round, surely. JW finds that 99 out of 100 times.
Fuzzle's the one though, isn't he? Sadly not in this round, as taken down early. JW potentially getting a little bit of revenge. Finally have the double AWP in play. Oh, Golden, timing on that nade's brilliant. Now just firing off the pot shots, and with the 2-man advantage, safe to assume Team Space gonna go down here, but Trunic, Dennis, they've got the double AWP T side, and they found 2 picks now, and Trunic looking to aggress here. I like the reposition. But Golden, he's been incredible, and JW to end it all. Eyeballers secure their 14th. 1 more needed to take it to a second OT.
Yeah, money not actually perfect for Fuzzle because he bought that warp, but can just be dropped over an AK. Won't actually be any limitations if someone actually drops him the AK. There we go. Worried me though, he's buying the Deagle. Thinking Trunic, you've got more than enough cash. And he's got the spawn.
Yeah, he's got the spawn, he's got the AWP, he's got the confidence. Still the double AWP in play, Golden wielding. Ooh, Flusher.
Yeah, flashbang too good. Dennis shoots on a timing, but Flusher more than aware of that.
Ooh, JW's very deal, but I believe it, in fact, it's... Yeah, no, it is JW. Thought it was Golden for a second. Flashbang to come through.
Flashbang could be a killer for JW. Has the turn, will be allowed to back away, luckily for him.
Defo the right decision. Problem is here, it's the double AWPs. operating as these two players towards middle. So JW very quick to head towards long. Oh, this setup is perfect. It's a real bait and switch, but we have already seen one player cross. I think they might have heard the scope.
Ooh.
Yeah, and look at it. Pepsor, JW's been probably quite confident in saying, look, no one's crossed, I'm holding the line. Timing couldn't be worse.
Yeah, opening kill goes the way of Team Space. T-side, obviously only one round away from closing this one out. I think we're going to see the drop towards CT, and we do.
Golden
now has to push towards mid to support. Oh, great find onto Trunic.
Oh,
no.
now the B bomb site's open. They can just head out towards B, but they don't care. They're getting aggressive. They're showing that disrespect, and it will be X5G to get the triple in this one. Closes out the game for Team Space. Obviously taken to overtime, but they do find success. They're victorious, and it has to be said, Charlie, Fozzle, an incredible round in the last. I feel like plenty of the Team Space players stepped up when needed, and that was the difference, right? Eyeballers, players like Flusher, players like JW, the kind of the heroes and the real talented individuals, not really stepping up, it has to be said. They're CS legends, but not really making too much noise on Dust 2.
Well, it's to a certain degree, isn't it? They've taken a different role in the team and the server now. But the young guns, I mean, yeah, like you mentioned, Fozzle in overtime, very big difference maker there. But Team Space, it was a very close game. Map 1 and Map 2 generally could have went any way, sort of on just a different day. It feels like very up in the air. We came into this thinking it's going to be up in the air. I think we're a bit disappointed we didn't get 3 maps. It feels like we deserved it for what an incredible best of 3 that is. But I mean, you look at that, Eyeballers in a map like that, you think, oh, that's so close. Or we did have a standard.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure, Eyeballers knows, Flusher knows the team inside and out. He's been on the team, played with these players for years and years and years, but it is different. Sapek is now a member of this team. That's what it should be, but obviously, either way, can't take anything away from Team Space. They looked great. Sure, they were a bit faulted at a couple of moments, the 2v5, the full eco round that we saw Eyeballers win, but either way, it's a very big win for them, isn't it?
Yeah, I think when you can start off, you know, your Swiss stage not only with a victory, but against a strong side, right? Eyeballers, they've looked good as of recent. They've had some big results, and it seemed as though this was Team Space's best chance. The fact they are playing with a stand-in. Obviously, we mentioned, you know, it's not to say that Flusher's kind of an unknown entity, but no longer in his prime, and I think that's quite comfortable to say. But I think with Team Space getting that victory, with Eyeballers having that initial loss, I feel like Team Space, they can go on now and qualify. They can kind of progress. They've got that kind of first notch in the belt, if you kind of understand it. And the fact that Space did have all their individuals stepping up, I feel like X5G, the only reason Dust 2 was so close is the fact that he was far quieter than what we saw in Ancient, but an impressive result from Team Space. Obviously, we've got plenty more action to be seen in the CCT, kicking things off tomorrow with, I believe, Mouse NXT versus Aurora Youngblood. So that should be a good game to see as well. But that has been it from us tonight. Make sure you guys do stay tuned, though, for tomorrow for that next games in the CCT.
You look into your inventory and there's only... It's time to forget about this garbage. Here you will find everything to play with really cool skins. Open top cases. Upgrade dropped skins and turn your junk into a cool gun using the contract system. Every day, thousands of people upgrade their inventory with us. Hellcase.com.
Extension that provides a valuable and engaging game within the stream you are watching. Join an active community and test your knowledge in a live race against expert chasers by answering trivia, prediction, and recall questions tailored to the content you are watching.